Alrighty, so we've been dealing with graphing, and now we want to go ahead and graph our inequalities. So graphing inequalities, you're going to see we still have that formula of y equals negative 3x minus 2, that y equals mx plus b format. And m is still your slope. You still have that y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The only thing that's changed here is we now have an inequality. So this first one asks, which of these points is a solution to this inequality? What I would do here is just try plugging in your different points. So my first one, I would have, remember x is first, y is second. So negative 2 less than, I'm putting in a 0 for x, negative 2, right? Because x is 0, so it just goes away. Well, negative 2 is not less than negative 2. They're equal, so it can't be a. So let's try the next one. We have y is 4. X is once again 0, so that would go away, and minus 2. 4, definitely not less than minus 2, so let's get rid of that one. I'm actually going to try D next because it has another 0, and 0 is making my life real easy. So I'm going to do negative 10, less than, again, x is 0, so that would go away, and I'm left with that negative 2. Negative 10 is indeed less than negative 2, so that would be my answer. You could try the other one. If this was apex, you might have like a select all that apply, so you might have to test a few of them. So then this says 0.00 is the solution to which of these inequalities. So that just means I'm putting in 0 and 0 for both x and y. Basically, just get rid of x and y. I have negative 9 less than negative 10. Negative 9 is bigger than negative 10. Goodbye. Negative 9. There we go. Negative 9 greater than positive 10. Well, that's definitely not true. Negative 9 greater than negative 10. That is true. Negative 9 is greater than negative 10. So we would circle that one. Our last one, 9 greater than 10. Well, we know that's not true. Alrighty. So now with inequalities, what makes them very different is you can see there's a shading that will happen for the rest of our problems. If you have a greater than or equal to shade above the line. Oh, the line. Eraser. The line. And so anytime we have a problem, say like D here, that would have been shaded above because we have an above line. If you have less than or equal to, you shade below. Okay? So we have this graph going on. It says, which point is a solution to the inequality graphed above? So what I would do is just plot these points. We see this line. Anything within that shaded region is a solution. So for instance, the point 0, 0, see how it's in a non-shaded region? That means it's not a solution. So this doesn't even matter about the actual equation and the numbers. I can just do this graphically. X is 5 down to negative 5 would be here. Well, guess what? That's not in that purple section, so that's not right. We have 0, 1. That is on the line. This is a solid line. When you have a solid line, that means it equals as well. So this is our solution here. Here we have a dotted line. So the difference is if you have equals to, so greater than or less than, it's a solid line. And if you have no equal sign, it's a dotted line. So these ones, it will not matter if it's on the line. It only needs to be in that purple region. Oh. So it just says pick a point that's not a solution. Any point in the white. So I could come here. That would be x is 0, negative 5. Because this is a dotted line, I could have also said just the 3, negative 1. So it's any point that is either on the line or in the white region. And then it says graph our solution. To go ahead and graph, what I might do is plug in some values. I'd actually probably move the 4 over so it looks more like a normal equation. So y equals less than or equal to x, subtracting that 4, plus 2. You can make your table of values. This is just like a normal line. So start off just getting 2 points. X is 0. Well, if x is 0, y would be less than or equal to 2. So I'm going to have the point 0, 2. And then I can use my slope. If you want to do slope and count over, you could do that. Or I'm just going to plug in 1. Y less than or equal to 2 times 1 plus 2 less than or equal to 4. So now I have the point 1 up to 4. I see that this is an equal to sign, right? So that tells me I'm going to make a solid connecting line between these two. And the question is this less than or equal to? Y is getting the less than sign. Okay? So when it's less than, I'm going to shade below the line. So I would shade everything down in here. For my next ones, it says write the inequality, use the 2 points to show your slope and y-intercept boundaries, write the boundary, line, slope, and intercept form. So we know how to do this. We've got to use that slope formula. We've got the points 2, 0, and 5, 3. x1, y1, x2, y2. So 3 minus 2 over 5 minus 0. That's going to give me a 1/5 for my slope. And my intercept, I already know, is right here at that 2, so I don't even have to calculate that. So y, I'm not going to do the sign yet. I'm going to put in my 1/5 x, and that's going to be plus that intercept at 2. Now it all comes to my line. Am I shading above or below? Well, this is below. So that means y gets the small side. It's less than. And then the next question I'm going to ask is, what kind of line? Dotted or solid? That's a dotted line, so I'm going to leave it like that. It should have no line underneath. So it's really a process of you find the slope for each of these problems, and then ask yourself about your different solutions. So once again, I already have my intercept here at 7. And I'm going to do my slope formula. So y2, 1 minus 7 over 3 minus 0. We've done slope about a million times. That would be negative 6. Negative 6 over 3 equals negative 2. So y, my slope of negative 2x. I have my intercept at 7. Don't have to calculate that. We go to my line. Am I shaded above or below the line? Well, that shading is above, so y is going to get my big side now. It's still dotted, so I don't put an equal to sign underneath it. Once again, we already got our intercept. Negative 4 minus 3 over 0 minus negative 7, which would give me negative 7 over 7, or a slope of negative 1. Y, negative 1x. With apex, you might want to be careful. It might just want negative x there. So just know that you can write in the negative 1, or a more complete or pretty way, I guess, of writing it would just be to call this negative x. My intercept is at negative 4. Above or below? Well, this is below. Below means that y gets the small side. Still a dotted line, so I'm not going to put in an equal sign. These two here, we see how the line has changed. So all of the ones I've done so far have the dots. This is where I'm going to have to use that equal to. Going to our slope formula again, I got 7 minus 5 over 8 minus 0. So that would give me a 2 over 8, which can be simplified to 1/4. So y, 1/4 x. Intercept there is at +5. Now you ask yourself, am I above or below my line? Y is below my line, so it gets the less than sign. It's a solid line, so now I put that less than or equal to. And our last one here, we have 5 minus -3, 2 minus 0. Simplify all of that, we get 2 positive, so we would get 8/2, which is 4. So y, 4x, 4x minus 3. Be careful when your intercept is negative, keep the sign with it. And then we want to decide if this is above or below my line. So it looks like my shading is being done below my line. Yes. So y would be less than, and it is equal to. So that is graphing an inequality.